Hey guys, welcome back. It is day 26 of my juice fast, and I'm coming at you with 6 more tips to help you execute a successful juice fast. Alright guys, so here we are on day 26, and you know, my energy is still high, my hunger is still pretty low, and my cravings are still non-existent. So it's been overall a really smooth experience. I've enjoyed it. I've learned a lot in these 26 days. And while I am looking forward to starting to eat solid food again after my 30 days is up, I truly feel like I could go another, 100 days. It's been that smooth for me, and I will be doing another one in the near future, but for now I'm gonna end this one at 30 days, and I will make a final follow-up video to go over everything that I experienced over these 30 days in a future video. So before we get into the tips, I just want to give you, this could be considered a tip, but I don't have it listed in my 6. But this one is, get a food journal. This one is actually my food, sleep, and exercise journal. It's just, get any notebook, and what I do is I write down the date, I put what time I wake up, what time I go to bed, my workouts for the day, bowel movements if I have any, and then of course everything that I am consuming in that day. And so for my juices, I put how many ounces, what time of day that I consume them, and then I total it up at the end and kind of do a total of my ounces of juice. So having a journal like this is really helpful just for yourself, not that you have to share it with other people, but just so you know what you've been eating, and you can kind of see any trends that you've got going on that maybe you didn't realize. And so it's a good thing to just keep yourself accountable and to make sure that you have a accurate memory of what's going on. So now on to part 2 of my tips to successfully completing a juice fast. Alright, so this first tip is something that has really shown to be beneficial in these 26 days for me, and that is to support the eliminative organs. So we've got our kidneys, our colon, our skin, and our lungs. Alright, so these are the ways for toxins to get out of the body. And when we're cleansing, when we're doing any sort of fasting, toxins are going to be released from the tissues, and if they don't have a way to get out, they're just going to circulate and get lodged somewhere else. So making sure that we're eliminating the toxins that we are stirring up is going to be vital. And there are various ways that we can do that. And when we think about the main pathways for lymphatic waste to get out, we're going to look at the kidneys and the colon. And there are various herbs and herbal tinctures that you can take to support kidney function and to help to sweep out the GI tract. Dr. Robert Morse has a GI broom that is, it's an herbal mixture that really helps to latch onto toxins and pull them out of the body. There's also, the Master Fast system uses a mixture of psyllium husk powder, bentonite clay, and activated charcoal, and that works really well. So there's various things that you can do to help sweep out the colon that are not too irritating to the body. Also, you can do things like enemas and colonics, colon hydrotherapy. Those are good ways to just wash out the GI tract and help to pull stuff out, get the peristalsis to start moving. And there's other things that we can do like exercising and deep breathing to really help to promote function of the colon, of the GI tract, and of the kidneys. And then looking at the other eliminative pathways like the skin and the lungs, we can be doing things like daily skin brushing, which is something that I really recommend. Getting off all the dead skin cells and allowing the skin to breathe and to remove toxins as it should. Also, opening windows and breathing deep. You know, you want to have good breath practices. You don't want to be a shallow breather, because then you're not going to be eliminating as much toxins through your breath, as well as, you know, that affects peristalsis and GI tract movement and lymphatic flow and so many other systems that breathing properly is very important. All right, tip number 2 is very similar to tip number 1. They almost could have been lumped together, but it is supporting the lymphatic system. And this is the system, as you know, that carries out toxins from the tissue to the eliminative pathways that we just talked about. And the things that we can do to support that are very similar to what we just covered in keeping the pathways open. Things like light exercise, yoga, rebounding, just walking, they are all beneficial for the lymphatic system. Conscious breathing and breathing deep, that is very beneficial for the lymphatic system. Skin brushing, again, you know, that's going to really help to stimulate lymphatic movement. It's going to clear out the skin and allow any lymphatic waste to be removed via the skin as well. And there are also lymphatic herbs, you know, tinctures and fresh herbs, again, that are able to help to pull on the lymphatic system and get toxins flowing out of the body. So those are things that we can do both for keeping the lymphatic system flowing, as well as keeping the eliminative organs open to allow that to get out of the body. My next tip is to join supportive Facebook groups. If you're on Facebook, there are several groups out there that are very supportive of people that are trying to cleanse, that are trying to heal themselves. And you know, you can go to groups like Raw Food Wild Riot, the Fruit Juice Bar, Live Food Detox, Alkalize, Detoxify, Regenerate Your Body. Those are just a few. I'll list some more that I like to go to in the description box, and you can check that out. But yeah, I mean, there's just so many supportive people that are on the internet, you know, because most of us don't know too many people around us locally that are doing these sorts of things. So finding like-minded people on Facebook or any social media or group, message board, forum that is supportive and helpful for you to become a healthier version of yourself. My fourth tip is to stay busy and keep your mind busy, because the more that we are bored or that we're just sitting around not doing anything, the more chances there's going to be for food thoughts to come in and other thoughts that might not be supportive of our goals to do a juice fast. And so, you know, you can do things like exercise or work on projects, or you know, you can even just go for a drive or go for a bike ride, take a nap. You know, there's so many different things that we can do, but we just want to make sure that we are not getting ourselves in a position that we're going to be bored and that we're just going to have time to think about all the things that we wish we could eat. Tip number 5 is to reduce stress, and you can do that through meditation, you can do that through reading, drawing, whatever it is that helps you reduce stress. You should do more of that, because the more we are stressed out, the more we're going to have stress hormones running through our bodies, and that's going to make us want to eat. We're also going to want to eat just to suppress the emotion of anxiety. So making sure that we are keeping our stress levels as low as possible, relaxing with maybe some classical music or whatever music you find to be relaxing. Those are going to be the things that we're going to want to do that are going to help us get through the day with as little stress as possible. And my last tip is really for these upcoming colder months, and that is to use things like warming spices in your juices. So things like cayenne pepper, things like cinnamon, clove, turmeric, ginger, those are all going to be things that are going to help to give you a little bit more of a warming sensation for those of you that just don't want to drink cold juices. You can also do things like drink hot herbal teas, or if you need to, I do think it's acceptable to do like a vegetable broth that you make at home yourself. So just throw a bunch of vegetables into a pot and boil that for 30 to 45 minutes. And then you strain that out so that you're only getting the water, and then you get to drink that broth. And that is really helpful for a lot of people I know. My mom used that and she really enjoyed it. So that is just a few things that you can do for these upcoming colder months that are gonna help you feel like you're staying warm and you're getting a little more than just the cold juices. All right guys, so there you have it. Those are my 6 additional tips and tricks for successfully completing a juice fast. Hopefully it wasn't too repetitive. I think I might have gone over a couple things more than once, but overall I think it was a pretty good list that will help you if you do decide to do a juice fast on your own. So thanks again. If you have any questions, of course, leave them down below. Share this video and give it a thumbs up if you liked it. Otherwise, I will see you in the next video. Always remember to follow your raw intuition.
Detoxify your mind and body. Be the change you want to see. Small steps towards living better. Small steps to where I want to be.